The physicist Carlo Rovelli said, "There is no such thing as past or future." And this is where we come to the final chapter of Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, which is chapter 12, which says, there is plenty of time. There is plenty of time. So if there is no past and there is no future, that means all we have is the present moment, the now. And when you look at the movies of Jim Carrey, such as Truman Show, Yes Man, Bruce Almighty, yes, I am a fan of those movies. Some people actually have no liking to these movies, but I do love those movies for a simple reason. When I look at those movies, there's something which comes up very clear to me. There's a realization that life is an elaborate maze of lies. And the reason being is very simple, is because of the way we've been conditioned and we've been programmed from a very young age. And because of that, we become a human doing rather than a human being. And a human being is in peace with his surrounding, her surrounding, and everything which happens to him or her. So that is why this chapter is very, very powerful. There is plenty of time, because whatever you're facing in life, it could be you've lost your job, it could be that your freedom has been taken away from you, it could be that you're in isolation or you're in lockdown, or you could be experiencing social distancing, it could be that your relationship is collapsing. The only way to deal with it is in the now. When we are thinking way into the future, or we're thinking in the past, we are actually mentally using energy which is not really required, and it causes us a lot of pain. Thus, we fall into this trap of sinking down. We constrain, we go into a lower self rather than being in a higher self. And when we are in the present, in the now, we are able to take those small actions which equate to the massive action or the massive actions which you wish to do. But it all starts with those small steps. And this is the reason why there is plenty of time, is everyone has their own learning pace. When we start comparing apple to oranges, we start abusing ourselves. We start putting ourselves down. And therefore, the comparison needs to be stopped. Sooner or later, we all will learn. And this will allow us to pass through whatever fears we might have. So when the Chatterbox is talking, we need to find a way to raise ourselves to the higher self. When we are in that pain and we need to move to that power, we need to find a way for ourselves to raise ourselves to that higher self. And when we look at our life and we just focus on one thing rather than the whole life grid, looking at everything, we need to go back into our inner self and raise ourselves to that higher self. At the end of the day, no matter what the situation, remember for yourself, feel the fear and do it anyway. Thank you. Peace be with you. Amor Fati.